Welcome back to another great episode of Tommy Maroon Sports Show on WCTV. And for those that are unaware, this is episode, I believe, number 104, 105. I'm checking out Watch WCTV right now. But anyways, first half stats, because why not? Let's look at what the Indians have done so far in this 2021 campaign. And folks, by the way, this is episode 105. Jose Ramirez, 260 average, 19 homers, 52 RBIs. There's the gang in Colorado where the All-Star game was. Shane Bieber, 7-4. He's on the right. 3.28 ERA, 130 strikeouts. And Darren Savali, 10-2 record, 3.32 ERA, and 1.06 WHIP. And Emmanuel Clase, one of our two closers, 1.72 ERA, 11 saves, and a .228 opponent average. Not to mention James Karinchak with a 6-2 record, 9 saves, and 68 strikeouts. Let's review that first half for the Indians. Why not? It's been kind of weird, my friends. We are 45-42 heading to the All-Star game, second place in the American League Central, 8 games back of the White Sox for that lead. Our run differential is at -16. That is not good. -16. And we are also 4.5 back for that second wild card. We are tied with Toronto and New York for that games back for the wild card. 24-19 at home, 21-23 on the road. We're in need of a big run, and we have to be buyers and not sellers. That's right, buyers and not sellers, in my opinion. Series recaps, because why not? Indians at the Rays, we got swept. Of course, we remember me talking about the doubleheader last week on episode 104. Of course, this is 105. Rays hit 3 home runs in Game 2. And for the third time this season, during the second game of the doubleheader, the Indians didn't record a single hit, albeit 7 innings, but that's still unimpressive. In fact, that's awful. That is not good at all. How do the Indians do that? Great question. Just absolutely horrible hitting. And then the Indians against the Royals, we win in a, quote, sweep, I guess. We won 3-0. Fran Mio walk-off home run in Game 1. What was a great game there. Bobby that hit a walk-off in Game 2, because Bobby Bradley is a jolly good rookie. Well, I'm pretty sure we all knew that by now. Bobby Bradley is a jolly good rookie. And then Oscar Mercado in the third game, 3 for 4, 4 RBIs in Game 3, and Cesar had a 3-run bomb in Game 3. Game 4 was postponed, however, due to rain. There was Salvador Perez who competed in a home run derby with a home run. He's on my fantasy team. The highlight came later on in that game when Robbie Perez hit a big... Wait, was that Robbie Perez? No, that was not Robbie Perez, actually. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't. That was another game. But Tito got ejected, I believe, in the first game. But the highlight came on that one deep and out of here, made it 6-2. It was obviously a blowout. There's Jose launching one up the middle. That was not the walk-off game, excuse me. Not easy to not have Valley Sports, which is so ridiculous. Well, what's not ridiculous is that the Indians easily won that game. And it's, quote, sweeping time, I guess. Is it sweeping time? I don't know, because the fourth game was never played. But you know what? We'll call it sweeping time, because why the heck not?
Sweep, sweep, sweep.
I think Mist Man was laughing during that. Every time Erwin did sweeping time. That was a horrible impression. And it's Jose Ramirez sucks one into the corner. Time to move on to the NBA Finals. Game 2 was a Phoenix Suns win, 118-108. Suns up ahead 2 games to none. Phoenix combined for 23s. Devin Booker made 7 of them, 31 points. Mikal Bridges, 27 points. Giannis, 42 points, 12 rebounds. Bucks were leading for most of the fourth quarter, but then the Suns took it away for the most part for midway through the second and really pulled away out there in Phoenix, Arizona. Game 3, different story. The Bucks were the winners. That's right, the Milwaukee Bucks, 120 to 100. So now it's a 2-1 lead for the Suns. Giannis, 41 points, 13 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 21 points, 9 assists. Chris Paul, 19 points, 9 assists. First half was very back and forth from what I saw. You see that? Very close 2-point game. But once the second half happened there at the Fiserv Forum, it became a blowout. And that dunk was absolutely nuts. One of the best dunks we have seen all season long. He couldn't even believe it. Well, yet again, the Bucks had the last laugh. With a big 20-point victory, they took command in the second half and out-rebounded the Suns by a whopping. Game 4 is tonight at the Fiserv Forum. I don't see why not the Bucks can win this. I think the Bucks will be able to win this ball game and tie up the series at 2 apiece. I just have that feeling that that is going to happen, folks. You see that right there at the bottom of your screen. Tommy Maroon Sports Show. For those that are unaware, there's also a YouTube channel called the Highland and Sports Network, if I could pull it up on YouTube. It's pretty cool. Follow us on Twitter at Sports Hornets and follow us on Instagram at HHS Network. We have 214 proud subscribers out here. And, of course, this might be a shameless alert, but, yep, you get all this Highland stuff, me filming the folks and players, but mainly the players. So many videos, mainly innings upon innings of ball games and post-game shows and pre-game shows, and so much more. Filming and so much. Time for the MLB All-Star Game, which was kind of crazy in my opinion, especially the Futures game, where the NL won 8-3. Brennan Davis, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, and the Futures MVP for the Chicago Cubs. Of course, the Cubs have been struggling lately. Jeter Downs pinch hit, 2-run double for the American Yankees for Boston. Michael Toglia, home run, 2 RBIs. 5 home runs for the National League out there at Coors Field. Bo Naylor, who is the lone representative for the Indians, a Canadian player, and Josh Naylor's brother, 0 for 1. It was the second year, I believe, the AL-NL format was used. Of course, last time was 2019. Here in the great city of Cleveland. Then you have the All-Star Celebrity Softball Game. Personally, my favorite, because it's fun to see celebrities fail and look awful in the game of softball. It was, of course, in 2019, Cleveland against the world. Typically, it's American League, National League. This year was more like a game of your stereotypical kickball game in which there are 2 captains that pick. Team Helton against Team Finch. Of course, Todd Helton, Jenny Finch, softball, one of the greatest softball players of all time, against potential Hall of Famer in the MLB. And Team Helton really took it to Team Finch 20-10 in a football score. Team Helton, 9 runs in the first inning. My lord, Derek White of the San Antonio Spurs, I believe, won the Celebrity Softball Game MVP. Team Finch, Jenny Finch was doing a great job out there, but the rest of the team couldn't even field to save their lives. I could put a team full of 8-year-olds out there, and they would catch every single one of them. Good Lord. The only good player for Team Finch was, weirdly enough, JoJo Siwa. You know, that Nickelodeon girl who's always screaming in front of your faces, and you're like, how did she get popular in the first place? Apparently, she's actually a good softball player. Who would have thunk it? So after Quavo, the rapper from Migos, struck out DK Metcalf, you ought to know who DK Metcalf is. I've brought him up so many times. Was on my fantasy team last year. And then Siwa doubles off Quavo, and yeah. Think about this. A rapper strikes out football player and gives up a double to an 18-year-old singer who is very popular on a children's channel. I don't know what I even just said. Do you know what I just said? Anyways, Derek White hit a home run, which helped him. It was one of the weirdest things. Karamo, an actor, was a terrible fielder. Jenny Finch was probably going to cry out there. And to me, the Highland softball team would clean the floor with both those teams. Yes, we're referring to that same Highland softball team that reached the district finals and sadly lost. It was quite a shame. I'm trying to find it. I tweeted about it. And here's what I said. The Highland Hornet 2 team, that's the softball team, by the way, if you want to follow them on Twitter, which I highly encourage. The softball team would clean the floor with both of the All-Star Celebrity softball teams, and you know it. You know it for a fact, folks. If you don't believe that, you're crazy. You are absolutely out of your mind. Jenny Finch was a great pitcher out there when she rifled it into CC Sabathia, showcasing that she still has it, and definitely one of the best softball players we have ever seen. And Todd Helton did not play, but he was probably super happy. And the Miz, WWE wrestler from Cleveland, did not play either due to an injury. And by the way, folks, it was called in a mercy rule after 5 innings. It was a game-ending double play. And my goodness, I couldn't even fathom what was going on. I'm like, what in the heck are they doing? I'm not good at softball. I'm not athletic at all, but I could do 1,000 times better than all those celebrities out there. I wish they aired it live because for those that are unaware, it is typically on a Sunday. That's right, a Sunday. And after the All-Star Futures game. So why can't they air it live on ESPN and not a tape record? Good heavens. Home run derby. Pete Alonso did it again. Yeah, that Pete Alonso. Everyone rocking 44 for the late great Hank Aaron. He took down cancer survivor Trey Mancini, who also went to Notre Dame, may I brag. Alonso was locked in the whole time. He was bouncing up and down, having a lot of fun out there. And hit 74 home runs. And everyone combined for 138,765 feet. Oh, man. That's right. That was the grand total amount of feet hit in the home run derby. 26.28 miles. Altogether, there's Shohei, who was upset. 309 home runs there at Coors Field. 3 short Cleveland, by the way, just like to say. Even when they turned off the humidor, 3 players hit 500 feet home runs. 15 500-foot plus home runs. There was Pete Alonso taking down Juan Soto off that big upset. Joins Ken Griffey Jr. on Cespedes as the only back-to-back winners. Alonso has combined for 131 home runs. And there was Trey Mancini, hit 22. But let me tell you something about the pitch here for Pete Alonso. He was unbelievable out there. Everything was right in his wheelhouse. Look at that, right there. And watch the left ear screen. It's right down the middle. Of course, he is there. But he keeps on throwing it right down the middle. Boom, right where he loves it. Man, oh man, Perez and Ohtani slugged for 20 home runs each in round 1, but they both lost in the first round. Ohtani lost to Watson in an epic battle. Of course, Perez lost to Alonso. All the higher seeds actually lost in the first round. And then Pete Alonso right there, he was the 5th seed, but it was his night. Ken Griffey Jr. giving him everything. Of course, Ken Griffey Jr., whoopsie doodles, sorry about that. Ken Griffey Jr. is a former home run derby player for those that are unaware, but I'm pretty sure you all knew that by now. And then the All-Star game. Couldn't get it down out here due to it running all late. But anyways, the American League once again wins. They won 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Not 20 because of COVID. My goodness. Vladdy Jr. won MVP for hitting a home run. And get this. Mike Zunino, who's batted 198 this year, hits a home run. We were talking about my family and I'm like, this guy doesn't deserve to be in the All-Star game. Moments where he hits a home run, it's like he hears me. And in the words of Michael Jordan, took it personally. Good Lord. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the American League. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the National League. National League 1, of course, great tribute to Hank Aaron, of course. Corbin Burns, who barely walked, said he won, tagged with the loss. Of course, he has 128 strikeouts this season. And the amount of walks he has surrendered, 15. 15 walks for Corbin Burns. It's already halfway through the season. He surrendered 2 in the All-Star game. No, 1 in the All-Star game. Very out of character for him. Shohei Ohtani, despite being 0 for 2, did win the game as the winning pitcher. He did a good job out there. Of course, you had Jose Ramirez 0 for 1. Almost a home run, but no. Of course, guys like Marcus Semien had an RBI. That's right, Marcus Semien. And Whit Merrifield came in for him. Crazy All-Star game. Vladdy Jr. with that home run wins the All-Star game MVP. And, of course, the Indians are here to stay for at least another 15 years. Governor DeWine and Cleveland reached an agreement for 15 years, at least 15 more years here in Cleveland with Progressive Field. Hopefully we can continue it. I'm glad to see it. And, of course, the Indians' new name, of course, this shirt's going to be outdated soon. And that's going to be quite interesting to see. But you know what? I don't care what your thoughts are on the new name, but I'm pretty sure we can all agree that the name Cleveland Melonheads would be the best. Backyard Baseball folks, where are you? Backyard Baseball gang. Because in my Twitter poll, which has received a pathetic 5 votes, 2 people agree with the Cleveland Melonheads. And then there are 3 others who have never heard of Backyard Baseball in the past. The Cleveland Melonheads is way better than Guardians and Spiders. I mean, I know those are your 2 ones that's going to come down to. But I prefer the Melonheads with Backyard Baseball. I love Backyard Baseball. Pablo Sanchez, the little guy who hits home runs, Pete Wheeler, and all the other guys, and Caddy Loftus in 2001, Jim Tomey in 03 and 05. Always great to see that. Unfortunately, it won't be the team name, but hey, it's still worth asking for the heck of it. Well, episode number 105 going to be done with soon. Try to look at the schedule out here. And episode number 106 will probably be a celebration of whomever wins the NBA Finals, most likely. Episode number 107 going to be based off the Cleveland Indians and perhaps the new Browns preview and NASCAR as well. And August 4th is definitely going to look more into that. August 11th is going to be the high school football preview. So let's think. Episode 106 will be NBA Finals. 107, baseball and NASCAR. Episode 108, probably Browns. Episode 109 is your high school football preview season. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks away. Episode 110 is going to be the first edition of Tommy's Picks in a long time, and a celebration of our good pal Pablo Sanchez's birthday. Of course, I was mentioning Pablo Sanchez a little while ago, of course, because we should be the Cleveland Melonheads, but yeah, that was the most common name in backyard baseball. And Pablo Sanchez's birthday is going to be the same day as episode number 110. That's right, he's born on August 18th. So until then, keep on having a good time out there. If you're not vaccinated yet, I don't know why you're not vaccinated. You're missing out on a lot of fun stuff. I am. My parents are. My family members and friends are. They're perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. My little brother's getting it. So you should get it too. And until we meet again, which will hopefully be next week, I'm Tommy Maroon here for Tommy Maroon Sports Show. Have a great day.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television. You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.